Hi, it's Mark from WinningSolutionsInc.com, and finished the last session of the day on Tuesday here at the Microsoft Inspire 2017 conference. And this was a very exciting session, a very important session, one of the big highlights and reasons we were excited about coming to the Inspire conference this year. And it was on PowerApps. Now, as you know, we take our Microsoft database development very seriously at Winning Solutions. And for years, we have not really seen a product that can rival Microsoft Access for the speed and capability of developing a database. And you know, that's what it really is all about. There are some situations where you need to do things using more professional technologies, but when it comes to getting the job done, that's what it's all about, is making the apps happen, making them happen fast, because you're paying for our services, and time is money. And so we want to deliver as much technology to you, as much database capability to you as we possibly can in a given amount of time. And so for the first time, we've seen a tool besides Microsoft Access that can really stand up and deliver in this area. So we're really excited about Microsoft PowerApps. We've already created our first internal Power App. PowerApps have been around for a little while, but Microsoft is, just now, we think in the last few months, gotten the product to a point of maturity where we're really ready to start talking about it, and we're ready to invest our time. So we have a first proof of concept application built. The owner of the company, Mr. Esterbrook, built an application that ties into our time entry system, and it works great. What's so big about PowerApps? Well, it will let you put apps on the iPhone. It will let you put apps on Android. That's something that Access has really been challenged with. We had to do some pretty slick workarounds to make those things happen, and then the app really wasn't running on the phone. But with PowerApps, it really runs on your phone. Now, there are a few catches to PowerApps that you want to be aware of compared to Access, and one is that it's a software as a service thing. So if you already have Office 365 certain plans, or Dynamics, which is Microsoft's powerful version of QuickBooks, then you may already be paying for it. If you're already paying for it, no big deal. But like Access, the PowerApps are really designed, and right now, just work within users in your organization. So if you have 20 people on Office 365 and they're on the right plan to have PowerApps included, then you really have, like Access, you have no additional cost in deployment. But if you need to deploy this PowerApps database and you want your customers to interact with it, we're probably going to need to use some different technology to make that happen for you. But it does do really cool stuff, with almost all the power you see in a native mobile phone application. We can use the camera to grab pictures, grab GPS coordinates, all kinds of tight integrations there. We can tie it back into a SQL Server, which is the database backend that we love. We do a lot of Access stuff with that. So you can continue to use Access if you, and also these PowerApps, not only do they run on tablets and phones, Android and iOS, but they will run in a web browser. So that means you can run them on Linux, Mac, pretty much anything. Another area where Access is a little limited. Access doesn't really run on a Mac unless you put it in Windows emulation mode, and then you're not running a Mac. So, as you can see, these are many reasons why we're super excited. Is it perfect? No. Is it fully mature yet? No. Is it definitely something to think about if you're planning to do a new Access application from scratch? Yes. Is it something, probably the ideal sweet spot for this, or even if you have an existing Access app and you plan to stick with it, that's okay. But if you need to build out functionality for your staff that's on Office 365, so they have an email address through that, and you want to deploy that on mobile, PowerApps is probably the #1 top choice way to do that. Going to be the best solution for you. So anyway, there's a lot to this, more than I can cover in a video. So I would encourage you to get a hold of us, and we can dive as deep into this and answer your questions, and anything we can't answer, we'll get an answer from Microsoft for you on, because we're really excited about it. We're not easily excited about new Microsoft technologies. We also did look at dozens of third-party applications that claimed they could bury Access, and we never found one that, to our opinion, was capable of doing that. we see the trajectory that PowerApps is on, and we can see that quite possibly it is the future. It's got a ways to go yet. It can't quite wipe out access, but it is time to take it seriously, time to look at doing it. If you're going to do a big spend on a database and you need some of these capabilities, then this might be the right tool for you. It's like I say, we don't get excited about things easily, but we're excited about PowerApps. So if you, again, want to engage with us on this, and we totally come at this from an access perspective, if that's the perspective you're coming at it from, if you have a lot of access and you want to know how to best integrate this, how to tie it in with, how to make it work in a fashion that's complementary to, or help you, move away from out of upscale into this, we're a great partner to work with. So visit MicrosoftAccessExpert.com or WinningSolutionsInc.com. On those sites you'll find contact information, phone numbers, email addresses, web chat, however you want to get a hold of us. We'd love to talk to you and look forward to making some really cool PowerApp Microsoft technology for you. All right, that's the close of day 2 at Microsoft Inspire. We've got some dinners and people to go see this evening, then another keynote tomorrow morning, and more sessions, and I'll be bringing you continuing coverage from Microsoft Inspire. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next video.